This is Vinyl 4, round 9. I
Round
cannot believe
nine,
it. I can't believe we've already been through 8 rounds, Craig.
round nine, round nine.
So last episode, we recapped our 2nd Sweet 16. So every episode, we're picking 4, going from 16 to 4 on every episode. Here we go again. We're just plowing through this randomly. If it's your first time joining, plowing through these numbers 1 through 500 of the Rolling Stone 500 greatest albums of all time. The matchups have been really crazy, and I think this one, there's a couple here that I have some anxiety about this list because there's something on here that I'm not gonna tell you that I gotta figure out something for. Let's just jump right in. You are faced with a pretty tough choice right out of the gate, which is John Mayall with Eric Clapton. This is ranked number 195, and this is Blues Breakers versus 117, Derek and the Dominos, of course, which is also Eric Clapton, Layla, and other assorted love songs. What say you, Craig?
Yeah, this is no question for me. I'm a blues guy, and this is one of the seminal British blues albums of all times. It's great. I love John Mayall, um, and I think this is their best album, even though I love the stuff that he did afterwards too. So, like I said, big Mayall, but this album is just blisteringly good. So I'm definitely going with Blues Breakers.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so your first matchup, and this is an interesting one to say the least, coming in at 461, you have Hole, Live Through This, versus 123, Run DMC. I like that. 123, Run DMC, Raising Hell. What say you, Sean?
Oh, man. I thought a lot about this one because it's actually, for me, a really tough choice. I think the whole record, I don't know about you, but I love that album. I'm
Really?
not a huge Courtney Love fan in terms of her as a person. That album was killer.
Okay.
You go back and listen to that, it was so good. But then I think about Run DMC and setting the stage and Walk This Way, which I have made this statement before. I think Walk This Way arguably could be the most important song in the history of rock and roll. And I know that sounds crazy. You could argue an Elvis Presley song or others, but this is where metal and rap, and really before this, the mainstream didn't had not embraced rap music yet. So for me, that became it set the standard. You Be Illin', Dumb Girl, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, Is It Live, My Adidas, and then the song that I think has become more popular now than it even was when it came out is It's Tricky. You
Yeah.
hear that every
Yep.
at stadiums for during
Absolutely.
intermissions, whatever. So I've gotta go Run DMC, Raising Hell, all the
Yeah,
way.
that's a Stone Cold classic, and I'll break the silence. I hated Hole. I I I never liked them at all. I tried. I really wanted to, but I was shocked to see Live Through This. I know it was a big album at the time. I get it. I don't think it's something that's aged very well. I was shocked to see it on the list. So glad you picked up Run DMC, but I would have picked it up if you didn't. So
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would've. No, I'm surprised it's in the top 500. I don't think it warrants 500, but I did always love that record. You are up here, 421, Buddy Holly and the Crickets. The album was called The Chirping Crickets
mhm.
versus number 240, Madonna, Like a Prayer.
Okay, so this is tricky because not to
It's
no
tricky.
no pun intended. That was accidental but appropriate. Um, this is tricky because that I know what I have in my next round. And I'm not gonna go with two of them, but I know the matchup next time. There's no comparison, so I'm reluctantly going to eliminate Buddy Holly and the Crickets, the Chirping Crickets. I do like that. I love the fact that it's an album and it's him with the crickets. Um, but I'm gonna go with Madonna's "Like a Prayer." Um, yeah, I'm just I don't like this matchup at all. I don't like this whole round at all, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with Madonna "Like a Prayer," but only because of what my selections are in the next round.
All right.
All
Bring
right.
it on.
So you have this is no this is brutal. This sucks. This is one of my least favorite matchups. These are two fantastic albums, and I know the one you have to go with. If you don't, we might stop being friends. But anyway, 362 Outkast Stankonia classic against number 8 The Clash London Calling.
I'm not even going to sit here and go through a whole dialogue about, "Oh, this is such." It's London Calling all the way. This record for me, whether it's Rudy Can't Fail, Lost in the Supermarket, the title track, London Calling, and then Train in Vain, every song on this album is so good. So it might be the best double album.
It is.
Well, okay, I don't know, the White Album for me would be way up there too, but this is up there as the greatest double album. It's so diverse. It Revolution Rock is probably my favorite song on the entire record, maybe
Excellent
with a
song.
tie, Train in Vain, such a great song. It gets better with age too, Craig. Every time I pull it out every year or 2 and listen to it,
Yeah.
and it just gets better with age. So, there we go. It's The Clash all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go to The Clash, one of the best albums of all time. Alright.
Yes. Alright. 466, The Magnetic Fields, 69 Love Songs versus 92 Buddy Holly, 20 Golden Greats. So funny that both of those are numbers, but there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, these matchups are hilarious, just the way they align sometimes title-wise and, like I said, 1, 2, 3, Run-DMC, I freaking love it. I'm not gonna hide I have tried so many times with the magnetic field. I don't get it. I just don't get them. I'm happy that they're in this list only because it's nice to see somebody this indie in the list, which is nice. I do not get 69 Love Songs. I do not get Magnetic Fields, and I want to, but I do get Buddy Holly and 20 Golden Greats. I know it's a best of. I get it, but it's Buddy Holly. Love Buddy Holly. He's one of my favorites. Um, I mean, come on. Paul McCartney owns the rights to his catalog. That tells you a lot. If that tells you who he was influenced by, Buddy Holly all the way at 92, 20 Golden Greats.
Alright.
All right. So we said this last time. If you listened to the last episode, I said this is probably the best matchup ever. You don't even have to hear the song, the album titles. It's 309 Frank Sinatra versus 131 Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. I mean, Frank Sinatra's Swingin' Songs for Swingin' Lovers, great album, versus Black Sabbath's Paranoid. Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna create a bunch of drama here. It's Black Sabbath all the way. Paranoid, are you kidding me?
Yep.
One of the best metal albums and probably maybe the greatest early metal album, period. I like it better than the debut. I just think this is where it all really came together. I'm going Paranoid all day.
Sweet. All right. What do I have?
Alright, 262, Grateful Dead, American Beauty versus 340, Tom Waits, The Heart of Saturday Night.
I love me some Tom Waits, and that's a great album. That is a great album. But there are two albums from the Grateful Dead that you don't have to be a Deadhead to appreciate, and it's Working Man's Dead and American Beauty. It is a classic. It is just a great rock and roll record. Grateful Dead, American Beauty, all the way. I know there'll be more from Tom Waits on this list. I know I'm going to go with Grateful Dead here.
Alright.
All right.
My la
Your last one. Here we have another greatest hits too. I just wish we could get away from those, but I get it. And this is a phenomenal greatest hits. 52 Al Green's greatest hits versus 493. Big jump there. Eurythmics. Touch. Say you.
and such an easy choice, although I don't love this whole greatest hits thing, and I don't like voting for greatest hits, but with Al Green, I love everything that he did during that time period. I don't know the exact years that it covers. I'll never forget walking into a record store years ago, and the beginning of they were just starting Love and Happiness, and
Right.
I had never heard that song before. I knew a lot of Al Green songs. For some reason, I didn't know that song. I was pretty young, and it stopped me in my tracks. That foot stomping, and then that organ comes in, and I bought that greatest hits record that day. Since then, I think I own every Al Green album of that time period, especially the secular time period. I have some of his stuff even after when he was doing more gospel albums.
The
I
Rain
love
Room.
Al Green so much.
Yep.
So I'm going Al Green all day long.
That is one of the best greatest hits of all times. We used to wear that CD out at in the CD warehouse days. I mean, literally, it's all filler. There's several greatest hits, like Tom Petty's greatest hits, The Car's greatest hits, Bruce Springsteen's greatest hits, Al Green. I would put the Otis Redding greatest hits up there as well. I think Al Green might take the cake. I mean, it is that good, but you own the albums. I own 3 albums of that time period. They're all classics, and there's so many hidden gems within those albums. But it is undeniable. So gotta go, Al Green.
I'm with you.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to recap your choices and my choices, and you get to go first in the redemption round. For those that are joining for the first time, we get one opportunity each to take something that we selected and trade it for something that got cast off.
Yep.
Your choices at this point: John Mayall with Eric Clapton, Blues Breakers. You have Madonna, Like a Prayer, Buddy Holly, 20 Golden Greats, and Grateful Dead, American Beauty. Those are your 4. Here are the cast-offs: Derek and the Dominos, Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs, Hole, Live Through This, Buddy Holly and the Crickets, The Chirping Crickets, Outkast, Stankonia, Magnetic Field, 69 Love Songs, Frank Sinatra, Songs for Swingin' Lovers, Tom Waits, The Heart of Saturday Night, and Eurythmics, Touch.
All
You get a
right.
chance to do a trade-off here. You gonna take it or
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I am going to remove Madonna Like a Prayer. Sorry, Madonna. And
I knew it.
I'm gonna pick up Outcast, Stankonia. I love it.
I knew it. I know you so well. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
That's a great
I,
yeah.
I'm telling you guys, there's a reason why people are clamoring to get Outcast back. They were that good, and this is a killer album.
All right, I'm gonna run through my 4 really fast, and then I don't have to redo the 8, but my 4 selections are Run-DMC, Raising Hell, The Clash, London Calling, Black Sabbath, Paranoid, and Al Green, Greatest Hits. I am this is tough to do, but I am actually trading out I'm trading out I'm trading out Run-DMC, Raising Hell, and I'm
Yeah,
picking up Derek and the Dominoes,
I knew
Layla, and
you would. I knew you would do that, and I wish I could have. I wish you could have been first, and then I could have taken that discard and taken and taken Run DMC because I love. Don't get me wrong, I love Outkast and Stankonia, but none of those bands would exist without Run DMC. So I wish I could switch those two's out, but you know that's the way the cookie crumbles, man.
yeah, and I've been stressed looking at this list because I've thought I wanted Derek and the Dominoes so badly. I think it's the best album of the early '70s era, late '60s, early '70s. I put it up there with just about any record that was recorded during that time period. All right, now we have our toughest choice of all. You've got to go from 4 to 2.
Yep.
I have to do the same. I'll let you go first since you were first up this week. You gotta narrow it down. And now you have, just to recap here, you have John Mayall with Eric Clapton, Blues Breakers. Then you have Outkast Anconia, Buddy Holly, 20 Golden Hits, and Grateful Dead, American Beauty.
Well, as much as I fought to get Stankonia, and this would be different. Honestly, this would be different if it was Run DMC. I would pick Run DMC over the album that I'm going to pick. Sorry, Kevin. Uh, but I'm still picking them because it's not my option. I am going with definitely Blues Breakers. John Mayall with Eric Clapton, Blues Breakers is a definite for me. And then I'm going Grateful Dead, American Beauty. Those are my 2 picks.
All right. I have some tough choices to make here. So now I have Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, The Clash, London Calling, Black Sabbath, Paranoid, and Al Green, Greatest Hits. This is painful for me, but I'm right out of the gate. I'm pulling out Black Sabbath, Paranoid has to go to the side. Kevin, So sorry, bud, but in the end, I'll make my case, but Black Sabbath is out. That leaves me with Al Green, one of my favorite artists of all time, top 10, The Clash, London Calling, and Derek and the Dominos. Al Green's out. Greatest hits. I can't move it forward.
Yep.
I love Derek and the Dominos so much. It was one album, but it was spectacular, and I will never vote against London Calling. I'll have to at some point, maybe in the very end, but this could make it all the way to the Final Four, the very, very Final Four. That's how good London Calling is. So I end up with Clash London Calling, and I'm so happy to have Derek and the Dominos, Layla, and other assorted love songs in my last two. And then your last two, Craig, are
John Mayall and the Eric Clapton, Blues Breakers, and Grateful Dead's American Beauty. And I'll just go ahead and say, because I can't get it, it's never going to be in my court anymore. But, I mean, The Clash London Calling could be my favorite album of all time. It is just perfect. It is hands down the best double album.
we're going to wrap up now. We'll save our, Craig, let's just save for next week. We'll do our two each that should be. I'm just going to go through this list
Cool.
next week and we'll close out. Here we go.
Perfect.
I go first next week. So I'll do mine first. 409, Sinead O'Connor, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got versus 380 TLC, Crazy, Sexy, Cool.
Yep.
Then I have the Beatles, Rubber Soul, number 5 versus 228, Pixies, Doolittle. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is a funny one here. Then I have Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy versus D'Angelo, Voodoo.
Oof.
And last up for me, Peter Wolf. Oh, I love Peter Wolf. Sleepless at 428 versus Kiss Alive at 159. Then for you, Elvis Costello. That's lucky for you. Number 98, This Year's Model versus 382, Beach Boys Smile Sessions. Then you have Jay-Z at 350, The Black Album versus, oh my gosh, Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks. Love that. And you have 333, Richard and Linda Thompson, one of the most underappreciated albums of all time, Shoot Out the Lights versus 272, Beach Boys again today.
Again.
That's so weird. This thing is random. How does it just blows my mind. Okay. And then your last matchup, 454 EPMD Strictly Business versus 188 Buffalo Springfield again. Those are some good matchups.
These are some good matchups, but this is the polar opposite of the last one. I do love these matchups, but these are the easiest selections I've had yet. I mean, I don't even have to think about them. I don't have to consider them. And you will be very surprised by one of them, but these are easy.
I can't wait. Yeah, this week, and we'll wrap up here, but this episode we just did, there are 2 or 3 of these albums that are in my top 100 of all time, and that was London Calling, Derek and the Dominos. Even American Beauty would probably be in there as well for me. So there's some records that we just went through that I was thinking, man, if American Beauty doesn't make it through, and I knew London Calling was going to make it through because that was mine, but I thought, if you don't do American Beauty, if you don't give me the chance to get Derek and the Dominos, I would be I'd be just.
God, what would you do if I eliminated both? And went, would you sleep? I don't think you would sleep.
I wouldn't sleep because I would have picked up Derek and the Dominos and would have left. If you would have picked Derek and the Dominos in your 4 and then cast it off into your down to your 2,
yeah,
I don't know what I would have done. But that's the beauty of this thing.
Yep.
All right. Well, another great episode. Thanks, everyone. Vinylfourpodcast at gmail.com. Hit us up.
Yep.
We would love to hear your feedback, and we will be back next week with round 10. Thanks, everyone.